The Library of Hadrian marks a precise moment in the history of Athens, the definitive transition from a politically autonomous city to a symbolic city within the Roman Empire. Looking at it from the outside means observing how Rome chooses to govern not by destroying the Greek identity, but by absorbing it and reorganizing it according to a new imperial order. From a historical point of view, the library was commissioned by Emperor Hadrian in the 2nd century after Christ, during a phase in which Athens was no longer a center of political power but remained the cultural capital of the Greek world. Hadrian, deeply connected to Hellenic culture, uses architecture as a tool of mediation. Rome presents itself as heir and guardian of the Greek tradition. The exterior of the Library of Hadrian should not be read as a simple building for study, but as a multifunctional monumental complex. Beyond the spaces for books, the complex hosts courtyards, meeting rooms, and environments intended for intellectual and administrative life. This indicates that culture, under Rome, is not separate from power but integrated into the imperial system. The location of the library in the heart of the city is significant. Hadrian intervenes directly in the Athenian urban fabric, redefining public spaces. The exterior of the building communicates order, control, and centralization. The Greek city, historically founded on open and widespread spaces, is reinterpreted according to a more closed and regulated logic typical of Roman administration. Unlike the classical agora, a space of direct political debate, the Library of Hadrian represents a new model of public space, institutional and supervised. Here knowledge does not arise from the spontaneous confrontation of citizens but is guarded, organized, and transmitted by imperial authority. The exterior reflects this transformation of public life. Over the following centuries, the library underwent destruction and reuse. During the late antique and Byzantine periods, the area was modified, adapted, and partially incorporated into new structures. The exterior we see today is fragmentary, but precisely for this reason extremely eloquent. It tells of the overlapping of powers, religions, and urban functions. With the archaeological rediscovery in the modern era, the Library of Hadrian was reinterpreted as a testimony to the Romanization of Athens. Not as the end of the city, but as its transformation. The exterior becomes a visual document of a phase in which Athens continues to exist but no longer decides its political destiny. Today, observing the Library of Hadrian from the outside means understanding how Rome governed through culture, using architecture to redefine the spaces of memory and knowledge. The complex tells of a city that survives the loss of autonomy by transforming into a symbolic center of an empire, maintaining its identity within a broader system of power.